running late with the final setup here. Got some flags in the background to help entertain everybody. And let's see, as I'm still throwing the last few finishing touches on things, I still have to tune up my instrument, but that's okay. That is okay. Let's see if I'm doing something goofy. Okay, well, it looks like there's one person tuned in, which would be super cool. I tagged a number of people hoping to get some help to meet the HAPS hashtag challenge there. And funny thing is, this is behaving a little weird, but no problem. No problem. Oh, I think I will do this, though, just to help the situation. Okay, final little setups, and then final setup. Oh, let's not do that. Okay. Okay, got to tune up the instrument. I have some decent lights here today, which helps add to my pasty appearance. Although quarantine probably helps to add to all of our disheveled, laid back, whatever appearance. So, anywho, oh wow, this is interesting. With hanging up flags behind me here, it kind of looks like this wall is flat. There's a corner right there. Crazy. Anyway, okay, let's set up an instrument and let's see what we can do this evening. Okay. Let's see. Bad habit right there. Okay. Getting everything fitted back together. I know what the problem is. I know what one of the problems are. I meant to fix this read up after my last show on Friday when I qualified for the HAPS hashtag challenge, and I just haven't had time. Okay, that's okay. There we go. So, yeah, I know. You want to be played. We'll play you. Okay. Got to get these lined up or air will not flow. And I have to get this one lined up special so air doesn't flow too well. Because on that one, when the air flows too well, it don't work. Hello from Evansville. Brenda is here. Thank you kindly for joining. Speak for yourself. Disheveled indeed. Well, Scott, we try. Oh, wow. Something is really interesting. Let's see. Let's put that on there. Hope it holds. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Got lucky there. Close. Better. Come on. It's like wrestling an unhappy octopus. Okay, got those happy pretty quick, so that was fortunate. Okie dokie. So let's see. We also have Scott Eliason is in here telling me to not call him disheveled. I will take a note and work on that. Let's see. And on top of that, we also have Bagpiper Shannon. Bagpiper Shannon is here. And Bagpiper Shannon, I happen to know personally, and she is a kick. Let me scroll up to a note right there. Okay. So, and Scott's asking, where's Noodle? As far as I know, David knows about this broadcast, but I also know that David is taking a little bit of an internet break. He's on, but kind of not. So, anywho. So, for those of you who are not familiar, our friend David, I have started giving him the nickname of Noodle, which actually comes from, I was trying to reference the film Shaun of the Dead one day while he and I were talking, and it stuck. Anyway, let's see. Let's pick a tune. Let's play. Haha. Okay, there we go. Nice quick start to the show here. Hello to Peter. Wow, I just blended your name together. Hello to Peter Bittner. There we go. That's how I messed it up. He is a part of the HAPS team. He is saying hello from Seattle. And Yassine Moore is here. He's also a very cool dude. And they both decided to kick me a little support on HAPS here, which is super cool and appreciated, as did just Dan Heaton. Thank you and hello. Let's see, David, aka Noodle. For those of you that don't know, my friend David, his nickname is Noodle. It just kind of happened, like I said. I think I was trying to call him Pickle or Peanut or whatever it is the mom calls Shaun in the film Shaun of the Dead, and somehow Noodle came out, and well, it's stuck. I call him Noodle on these shows. So if you see David and you don't know who Noodle is, well, that's who it is. The funny thing, though, is we have a circle of friends, and they've started calling David Noodle, too. So he's cool with it. So if you want to call him Noodle, that's A-okay. So those first two tunes right there. Oh, and by the way, David and everybody else, I do right here have my other little laptop that has pretty much all of my sheet music on it. So if you want to throw out a request for me to play, if it's a tune that I don't know, and if it's on here, I will do my best to sight read it. No guarantees that it's going to come out even decent. But he likes Gary Owen and Wearing of the Green and some of these different things. I'm also thinking I'm going to end up playing a sea shanty that I arranged on pipes here a handful of weeks ago. So anyway, I have not really played that. I don't think I've played that for anyone anywhere. So we will see what comes of that. But it is a sea shanty that is, in fact, quite well known. And part of what makes it well known is it made it into popular music. It was done as a rock tune in, I think, the 80s, earlier 80s. Looked like 70s, which, I mean, what didn't in the early 80s? Anyway. Oh, okay. So David is already calling for Black Velvet Band. So let me see. Well, if it plays on pipes, I should have it. If it doesn't play on pipes, then somebody's probably arranged it for pipes and done a very bad job. Let's look up Velvet. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's see. Black Velvet Band. Let me play this real quick on the computer to see if I can help get it in my head a little bit. The Black Velvet Band. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Her eyes were shining like diamonds. That one. I haven't even listened to that one for a while. Right. Let's see if I can bring this up. That seems like it wasn't quite the whole version there, really. So, anywho, while I am trying to get this to come about, as many of you know, wow, that version looks like it's pretty much the same. I might try and play that version. In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to a trade I was bound, with gaiety and bright amusement to see all the days go round, till a stranger misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from the land, Far away from my friends and relations, betrayed by the Black Velvet Band. So I kind of know it. Anyway, I don't know if I'm singing it all that well, but anywho. So as many of you know, whoops, sorry, just kicked the mic stand. So as many of you know, and hello to Mr. Chris from Denver. And let's see, nice setup tonight. Yeah, well, you know, a little bit more decoration. I try and change it up, keep it interesting, and then blind myself with some kind of intense lights. So anyway, wow, I just kind of spaced out. So many of you know that HAPS, there's a website called HAPS. If you're not directly on HAPS, then you ought to check it out sometime. Hello, Brenda. And the thing with HAPS that is really groovy is you can do broadcast. Well, one of the things that's really groovy, one of the things is that you can do broadcasts and simultaneously shoot them out to a Facebook location, a YouTube location, a Twitter location, Instagram, you know, all these different things. So if you're seeing me on Facebook, hello, I'm actually over here on HAPS. If you're seeing me on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, I'm on HAPS, and this is sending it to you. So far as I know, if you put a comment on those other sites, Facebook, YouTube, etc., I will see it here, and I am already seeing some of the comments that I know are at least from Facebook. So anyway, let's see, stage manager. So the thing too is HAPS right now is running a challenge, and it's called the HAPS hashtag challenge. And if I can get 250 people to tune in tonight, or at least sometime this week, and that is during a single show, not collectively over the course of the week. If I can get 200 people, then I will qualify for the second week for the HAPS hashtag challenge. And if I can do that 8 weeks in a row, then I get $50, which, you know, hey, $50 is all that much money? No, but it does buy new reeds for the old instrument here. So do please share this show. Do please tag your friends. Do please bring them in, call them up and say, yeah, hey, there's this like weird dude that's broadcasting with some weird instrument. And if you just tune in real quick, it will help him get like $50. So anyway, I know right now I am up to 34 people. And with my last broadcast, I played for 2 hours and broadcast for 2 hours and 25 minutes and got just over 250. So I'm thinking, hey, team, let's try and like make that faster this time. Let's see what happens. So anyway, let's try Black Velvet Band here with a slightly better arrangement in front of me, I think. Musically, that one is better. I do like that better. And that that in fact is an arrangement by a piper. I know. I don't know how I got copy of his music, but must have shared it with me. So I do appreciate it. Anyway, so let's see. I will think of some other tune here to play. Oh, Linda is here. Cool. Hi. Lovely seeing you on this embolic eve. I had not been paying attention to these things. I might play a tune that's for the next one on the calendar there, which first day of spring. So yeah, so it looks like some people are getting tagged and brought in. I do appreciate that. By the way, a lot of you I tagged like right before the broadcast. I don't know how that worked, and quite frankly, I don't know if that ticked you off. If that's a problem, get a hold of me and say, hey, I'll come on my own. Please don't tag me, or whatever. You know, I'm getting ice cream. Please don't tag me. Whatever your thing is, it's totally cool. Anyway, I'm doing my best to go for it on this HAPS hashtag challenge, and do appreciate your help. So yeah, I'm also tagging a few of you, and if that's not cool, that's cool. So anyway, let's see. Big rock finish there. Okay, so let's see what is going on with the comments here. And yes, I'm leaning in because they're kind of small. Anyway, I see that we are being joined by one Mr. Remy. He said, "Hi, Don," which is really cool. Remy is an online student of mine, and I tell you, he is an incredible budding piper. I think he's going to go really far within playing Highland bagpipes. I mean, at some point, you're not even going to watch my show because you're going to want to see his. So anyway, he's amazing. So glad you're here, Remy. Now you can see some of the things like in play that I've been talking about. And you can also see me screw up. Okay, so let's see. Mr. Scott Eliason says, I also shared, we have a former work friend and colleague. Wow, okay, a scouting and former soldier friend and a first cousin once removed who have joined in the watch party. So to everybody that knows Scott, hello, and thank you for joining. I'm sure you know what a wonderful guy Scott is. Just always upbeat. I mean, at least all the times that I've talked to him. And here's something I'll probably end up plugging a couple of times during the broadcast because what I do. Anyway, this book right here, published last November 22nd, I believe it is. Anyway, this is called The Patriotic Piper, Volume 1. This is a fundraiser item for my post in the SAMS. The SAMS is the Scottish American Military Society, which is a congressionally approved Veterans Association. Anyway, this is a fundraiser for our post, and every sale goes to help support Post 1889, our projects, and our outreach. And the thing with this book right here is, well, it helps share the heritage, but it's also more than that. It has 20 Scottish American military and patriotic traditional tunes for Highland bagpipes and the tune histories. It also has 15 Scottish and Irish recipes and food trivia. So even if you're not a bagpiper, if you're a history buff, this book has it for you. If you're not a history buff and you're a foodie, this book has it for you. If you like food trivia because you're a foodie, this book has it for you. Anyway, this is available on Amazon, The Patriotic Piper. Look up my name, look up The Patriotic Piper. Hopefully you don't come up with what I was coming up with for a while, which was red, white, and blue paper, patriotic paper. Right. Anyway, Patriotic Piper. This has been a fun book. And like I said, it is volume 1. So there is more to come. But as I said, sorry, space case. Here's the thing. Scott painted this piper right here. Scott also was one of the editors on this book. And he even got in and started making the recipes when he had the manuscript for editing purposes, and he's turning around saying, this is great, this is good, we're loving this. So anyway, very happy with that book, very proud of it. And anyway, check it out, maybe get a copy. And like I said, every copy percentage of the sale goes to help support Post 1889. So let's see what else we have. Scott's bringing in another friend from Fort Hood. Chris says, sounds great, thank you. Shannon is giving a shout out and saying hello to Mr. Remy. And Shannon also endorses the Patriotic Piper. Shannon's really groovy because, well, she's a bagpiper and she's a brand new SAMS, and she's going to end up playing in the whole local pipe band with SAMS anyway, too. So that's cool. She has rolled up her sleeves. She turned around and said, this book is really neat. Let's make coffee cups. And she starts making coffee cups with the book cover. She says, it's volume 1. When are we doing volume 2? And how can I help? And she's been helping me with that, making it a lot of fun. So anyway, that's some of the people that are around. So with all that gab, I haven't otherwise thought of something to play, but we'll work on that. Oh, that's interesting right there. Let's see. Oh, I got to figure out where I stuck those sea shanties. I hope I have it on this computer. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll mess around with that a bit more and get to it. So, anywho, okay. Let's see. Okay. Hey, we got 50 people. 200 more to go. Otherwise known as Go Team. There we go. Okay, so that was kind of a big, long stream, mostly planned, but a little bit unplanned. Okay, so let's see who has caught up here. I see that Corinne is here, and she said, it's time to dance. So if you're not dancing, you need to be dancing. So anyway, because Corinne says so. So Brenda is here, and Tina says, this is great. Thank you, Tina. And Tina also subscribed to me here on Haps. I appreciate that. Brenda says, Tina, thank you for subscribing. Brenda, thank you for thanking Tina for subscribing. There we go. Mel is here, says, sounds great. Thank you. And Brenda has gone on to further help. I appreciate this. She says, everyone, please invite your friends and followers in to help Don reach his goal. Thanks. That goal is 250 or more viewers during this broadcast, and I am up to 72 right now, which I believe is faster than what I was doing Friday. So thank you. Thank you for that. Keep it going. So if you are on Facebook and you are catching this, I am broadcasting from Haps, and that also bounces me right now to, let's see, Haps, Twitter, YouTube, and maybe that's it for me right now. But they also can help you bounce to Instagram and other places. So that's a cool thing about Haps. It is a fairly new site, and check it out. If you do live streams, if you do broadcasts, if you want to do interactive chitter chat with people, Haps is the place for you. And by hitting interactive chitter chat, I mean, if you want to discuss a topic and broadcast that, then this is the place for you. So check that out. Haps also allows people to give each other tips, like what Tina just did with the Super Heart Award. Thank you. Very nice, Tina. Thank you. So anyway, the thing is, right now, Haps is doing a challenge to help promote the site, I'm sure, but it's called the Haps Hashtag Challenge. And right now, it will count everybody that it does this all the time, but if it gets up to 250, that's a beautiful thing. So the thing is, it counts everybody that has stopped in to view me on Haps. It counts everybody that's viewing me on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. And if I can get 250 viewers, I will qualify for the Haps Challenge for the second week in a row, and I need to do 8 weeks in a row, and then I win $50. So hey, $50, it's not much, but it buys new reeds, as I've gone to say, or, you know, a better haircut. Anyway, another t-shirt. I don't know. Anyway, thing is, I'm trying to get 250. I qualified the first time right before the initial cutoff as the challenge started. I qualified for that on Friday, and got 282 viewers, 287, I think it was, which might be like my record ever number of viewers. So that's cool. Anyway, I would appreciate your help. Tag your friends, call up your friends. Yeah, get them to the broadcast. Let's bump up that count. And I'm hoping that we can hit 250 before the 2 hours and 25 minutes that it took on Friday. So yeah, holler for them, holler for me, and I will keep on playing some music. David, aka Noodle, did request a little while back there. He did request. I need to find it. I need to find it. Oh, because I'm in that folder. Okay. I have another laptop right over here that has sheet music on it. Anyway, he requested a tune called Gary Owen, W-E-N. I will put it in that way to not mess it up. And the funny thing is, I'm actually not a big fan of this tune. I don't like the sound of it. But David asks for it, and David is my friend, my brother. And if he asks for it, I will play it. And at this point, I should know how to play it better because he's asked for it enough times. Let's see. Let me get this sheet music. Come on, computer. Just a little bit smaller. I think, oh, holy cow. This has more parts to it than I think I've played before. Anyway. Okay, that's interesting. Let me do a quick adjustment here so I can try and fit this whole thing in. And it takes changing the coding on the sheet music on the computer. And it's a matter of just deleting some stuff. Hold on. Sit tight. Sit tight. Okay. Okay, anybody with some good stories to share while I'm doing this? No? Okay. Let's see, refresh the music, and suddenly this thing is not a giant mess on my computer, but it is something that I should be able to manage. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Oh, cool. I'm reading your note here, Brenda, saying Revolution wants to have you on as a guest sometime. Very cool. Revolution and I should talk and get that figured out. I don't know that user, but right on. Anyway. Okay, I like my memory kicked in instead of reading the sheet music. Sorry about that. Stupid memory. Okay, there we go. That had a third part to it, which is just a repeat of the first part. But I'm thinking this tune is slated to be in. This is the Patriotic Piper Volume 1. It is slated to be in the Patriotic Piper Volume 2. And on that note, I should probably just learn it, let alone learning tunes is good. But man, oh man, there's something to this where I think I'm hearing some additional composition. I might have to add to this. So anyway, that was yeah, that was Gary Owen, not too poorly, I hope, murdered for my friend, my brother there, David. And let's see, maybe, wow. Okay, I'm still trying to see if I can find that. I said sea shanty. Let me see if I can find this real quick. A-N-T-Y, while I am goofing around with the computer. Oh, where? That is weird. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, I ended up like going nuts one night a couple of months ago on sea shanties and realized that this one would work for pipes. And let's open up both of these because I'm not sure which key it actually kind of needs to be played in. It seems to kind of play right both ways, and yeah, there's other people that are far better at arranging music than Bagpiper Dawn, but we do our best. Anyway, let's see. So you should recognize this as long as they don't play it too poorly. Okay, let's see, and let's get the other version happy here. Did the other version close? Wow, the other version closed somehow. Okay. Give me 2 more seconds, and then about 2 more seconds after that, and we will have it. Okay. So, like I said, this tune did make it into popular music. Don't do that. Come on, computer, behave. Thank you. If my parents were watching right now, and I think they are, hearing me turn around and say, "Come on, computer, behave," then they're probably sitting there saying, "Ha, he has problems too with the technology." So there we go. Okay. So let's see. close. It still needs some love, but heave away, haul away, bound for South Australia. There we go. So yeah, thought I'd kind of pull that out and show it to you guys and say, sea shanty on bagpipes. So let's see. Looks like Mel has shared to Twitter. I do appreciate that. That has me in at least 2 places on Twitter so far as I know. And we are up to 95 and it's not even been an hour. Cool. Scott says, thank you. With more practice, you should be able to come up tempo enough to make the 7th Cavalry proud. He would be referring, of course, to Gary Owen, which, Gary Owen has been used by the U.S. Army for a long, long time. And I'll play another one that they've been using since World War I. And a lot of you, or at least if you're, the American viewers, you probably know this one already. Brenda, thank you for the Super Heart Award. I do appreciate that. Even though that came in while I was doing a bad job of playing Bound for South Australia. I'm laughing at myself, my dear. So the thing, sea shanties work tunes. I want to do some research, but I'm betting that they have some ties to Scotland. But I know that sea shanties, they ended up in the days of the tall ships. They became very popular and started jumping cultures and languages and everything. So there's a really amazing, rich, wonderful culture of sea shanties that later on went from ships to lumberjacks. So there's a lot of stuff there, and I have a number of arrangements for sea shanties on pipes, and I need to check them. And I am interested in publishing those. So we will see. We will see. So let's see. Let's get back out of there. So what else is going on is we have Brenda says LOL. So I think she's laughing at the fact that I was talking about messing up the tune there. So of course, where that ended up making it into popular music was with the rock band Slade. They did a rock version of that and pretty fun. Brenda also tagged Heavenly Dew, and apparently she says, hey Dew for Heavenly Dew. So cool. So I'm going to play something else right now that I know Noodle quite likes and a number of other people do too. And this goes to a film, I believe, in 1992 starring Daniel Day-Lewis. And that film comes from a famous book titled Last of the Mohicans. I love playing that one. It's actually a really, really simple tune, but at the same time, there's something about it that's challenging enough that I really have to focus. And for the most part, it's in 12/8 time, right? So for the most part, as I'm going through that in my head, what's happening is don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. Well, what's also happening is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. Anyway, yeah, counting. Good. Okay, so Heavenly Dew is here, and I believe she said hello from Dallas. So hello, Heavenly Dew from, well, north of Seattle. Glad you're here. Thank you. And let's see, I believe Chris is also in Dallas. So, you know, turn to each other and wave hi. Anyway, Bagpipe has always intrigued me, says Dew. And, you know, me too. I love it. So quick little rundown for Heavenly Dew and everybody else. And hopefully I can do this on screen. So this type of pipe, it's more or less, when you get down to it, it's a miniature Highland bagpipe. Pipes got their start in the Middle East. We don't know exactly when, exactly where, but it was about 4,500 to 5,000 years ago. And it started with this section of the instrument right here, which we refer to as the chanter, at least in Scottish piping. But long short for everybody, it's the melody pipe. It's where you play the melody. Originally, it was mouth-blown, circular breathing. So the same thing that Australian Aborigines do with didgeridoo. So as it traveled out 26 countries in antiquity, people doing what people do, they tweak with things, they change things, they try things, they experiment. They're, you know, ignoring their wife in the garage or whatever it is, right? So what ended up getting added, of course, is the bag and the blowpipe. And at the bottom of the blowpipe here is a valve. And long story short, how this works is the same. Basically, it's a mechanized circular breathing. It does the same thing as circular breathing, but in a tangible item instead of in the player. So where a person who circular breathes, they're inhaling, they cut off their mouth at the back of their mouth, and they're blowing air out their mouth while they're inhaling. They open up their mouth, they exhale, and they can actually get this whole circle of air going. So in this case, when I stop blowing in and I inhale, that valve shuts off. The bag is continually squeezed, so it's still pushing air out. I start blowing air in, the valve opens up. It's the same process. So all in good time with people adding to the instrument, people added drones. And what it comes down to is there is a reed here, 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 and here. So 4 reeds. And then the last real development on pipes, like what you see with Irish uilleann pipes, is instead of a human blowing it, they have a bellows under their arm, and that's referred to as a cold wind pipe. So let's see who else is here. So there's a quick little rundown, Heavenly Dew, on how pipes work and a little bit of the history. They actually started in the Mideast. They are not originally from Scotland. But we think that they got there by way of the Romans. We don't exactly know. But small pipes like this are actually what was popular for the first 200 to 300 years in Scotland. Highland pipes, which I also play, they're on the other side of my laptop here. Those were there, but they weren't the rock star. These were the rock star. So anyway, so let's catch up with a few other people here and play more music. And Heavenly Dew, if you want more information, message me offline. I'll be glad to suggest some books and websites and all sorts of stuff. Happy to talk with you about how pipes work, because I'm like addicted to bagpipes and very happy to talk about them like most pipers. Anyway, so let's see. Michael Dirk is here, and Debbie is here, and Kate Gordon is here, right on. And Carol is here, also from Toronto. Oh, wow. So we've got, let's see, let's do the rundown here. Let's connect the pieces. So Michael Dirk is here. He is a fan of a show that I have come to enjoy, which is Emmett, aka That Irish Guy, who plays on at 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Saturday nights, Pacific time. And he does traditional Irish tunes. He does modern Irish folk tunes. He does some rock tunes. neat guy, good shows. Definitely check him out. Anyway, Michael and I, we watch his show, and I'm glad to have Michael here. Debbie is a member of Sam's Post 1889. And that's, of course, where I've talked about that book before, as being a fundraiser for Post 1889. Kate Gordon is here. She is in Toronto. Kate is one of the editors and like the real rock star editor on this book, because she not only edited the text, she also edited the sheet music, and that is rare to find in an editor. And she's also just a really, really neat lady. So she's here in Toronto, and the comment right next to her, I'm assuming she's kind of chuckling right now, is Carol. And Carol is also in Toronto. So you two can also kind of turn and wait. Actually, I think Kate's outside of Toronto, but you get the idea. Close enough. Let's see. So I think I just screwed up all my comments. Anyway, got it. Okay, Carol says, hello, Don. Sounds great. Well, hello, Carol. Thank you. Chris says, nice finish. Thank you. I keep on messing around with the finish on that because the way that's composed, it sounds better if you're playing with other instruments. So I've been trying to find a way to play it so it sounds good at the end as a soloist on this instrument. So that I appreciate the feedback. Oh, that's why my notes are going weird. Okay. Come on, computer. Let's see. So Brenda, Chris says, hi to Heavenly Dew. Michael Dirk says, cool information. Oh, I'm full of it, as they say. Blaine says, hello from Utah. Hello to Utah from Washington State. Just, to your right. So, yep. So hello from Alaska. Oh, right on. From Dottie Stout McKee. Right on. I'm not sure that I've had an Alaska viewer before, so thank you. Hello, welcome. And let's see. Also, where did that just go? Okay. So, Scott, I think, says hello to Debbie and Rob. Thank you for the information on the pipes. Listening from California. Right on. Hello, California. Look north. We're up here, Let's see. Scott says stuff going on in the house, so he's checking out. Later, dude. So that's cool. I get it. So we are up to 118 viewers, and I appreciate that. Once again, I will say, please share this broadcast right now with your friends. Share it on Facebook. Call them up. Say, hey, check out this guy on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and haps.tv, HAPPS.tv. And I am Bagpiper Dawn in all of those locations. All one word, Bagpiper Dawn. What I do, who I am. There we go. So anyway, the thing is, HAPS is running a challenge right now that if a person like myself is broadcasting for longer than 10 minutes, and hey, we're up to an hour and 8 minutes, if I can get for 8 weeks in a row per broadcast, not collectively over the course of the week, but per broadcast, if I can get at least 250 viewers, then I'll get $50. So right now I've got 120, so 130 to go. You guys are my team. You're my support. So go link people, share the show on Facebook, what have you. Last Friday, I initially qualified for this. I got 1 day down. I have 7 to go, 7 weeks to go. And like David, AKA Noodle, he shared it to like 8 places on Facebook. So that's really cool. Anyway, I got 287 viewers, I think it was, in about 2 hours and 25 minutes. And right now it looks like we're going faster and should have this hooked up before 2.5 hours. So keep on sharing it. And let's get another 130 in here. And I'm doing the math right? Talking, thinking, bagpipes, math all at once, no problem. So let's see. Brenda, Bagpiper Dawn, invite Blaine up and we can get you up to 250 in no time. Who is Blaine? I don't know who I'm supposed to be inviting. Anyway, do you know who? Blaine. There's probably a lot of Blaines on here. Let me mess around with this real quick. Blaine. L-A-I-N-E. Let's see what Blaine's come up. There's single name Blaine. So let's send an invite to single name Blaine. Boop. And let's see who the other Blaine is here and just invite them too. A-I-N Blaine. think there was a joke in an 80s film about that. Okay. Oh, we got another Blaine from Brenda. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, gotta go. Kate says, gotta go work in the morning. Well, bearing in mind that that's 3 hours ahead, so she's looking at like later than now. So anyway, it's like 11 p.m. for her. So I get it. I get it. So take care, Kate. Glad you could drop by. Thank you. And thank you again for doing an amazing job editing the Patriotic Piper. People are loving this thing. So anyway, just fantastic lady to work with, and another bagpiper and classically trained pianist. I mean, she's just amazing. Anyway, so Lindsay Badger is here saying hello from Oklahoma City. And I think I am seeing your name right. The print is really small. But anyway, hello back to Oklahoma City. I am on Whidbey Island, which is essentially just north of Seattle. So, and notice that. Notice that. A lot of people even here don't notice that. Western Washington, well, the Pacific Northwest does have an accent. We have a lazy T. We don't say T, we say D, right? So we don't say Seattle, we say Seattle, right? Seattle, 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 right? So it it takes conscious effort for me, being born, bred, brewed here, to say Seattle than Seattle, Seattle. Yeah, so we do in fact have an accent. So, and then we also kind of sound like people in Vancouver, BC. So, okay, so another tune. Like I said, also go ahead and throw requests up there. If I have the sheet music, I will do my best to play it, even if it means kind of playing it poorly. So that in mind, I did also say I was going to play another tune that the U.S. Army has been using for many, many moons. What that is a tune that was used to bring people in. Apparently, Badges, is that it? Is the screen name Badges? Hi. So I guess I don't know. Anyway, I'm not wearing my cheaters. So anyway, so this is a tune that was used to help inspire people to join up and get in on World War I from America. And then the other tune was one that was popular among people in the British Isles, or excuse me, World War I, not World War II, World War I. And this the second tune in here, it at that time, things didn't move so fast. It went around the world in about a year, which was fast then. And both of these tunes were more or less written and designed to fit on these brand new things called record players. And at that time, the records were made of wax and they were cylinders, and they spun, right? But they played for about 2.5 minutes or so. So if you wanted to fit a whole tune onto that cylinder, you had to compose it in a certain way to get it to work. So anyway, 2 tunes going back to World War I. Still need to work that one out. The very ending of the Coast Guard tune there kind of sounds like Popeye the Sailor Man. So I was encouraged to try and start learning Popeye. Okay, so let's see what is going on there in the comments. And I think I am going to have to get some of the moisture out of my instrument because it's starting to crackle. And by the way, I mentioned this last Friday. I know this is not going to mean like pretty much anything to you guys, but it's amusing. This is the external water trap system that I experimented with and made for my small pipes. It works. It's kind of clumsy. It needs a little perfecting. That box right there is a basically a otter box for a cell phone. And yeah, it should work. I need to perfect it, and then I wouldn't be having these crackling problems, and I could play all day. So let's see. So Oh, okay. Let's go up a couple of notes. So I believe Deb and Rob, who are members of Post 1889, I believe both of them are watching. We are almost up to 140 people. So we are trucking along faster than Friday last week. I appreciate that. Please keep inviting your friends to the show so they tune in tonight, now. Do it on Facebook, do it on Twitter, do it on YouTube, do it on Haps TV, give them a call, whatever it takes. Send them a text, send them a chat message, whatever it takes. Trying to get 250. And I'd like to not have this be a broadcast that goes into, Tuesday where like I'm like, still waiting for people to, come in until it's 250. So anyway, let's see. I guess Civic Stage Manager here on Haps is going to be doing a broadcast with Beardo and the Weirdo. Takes all types, I guess. That's cool. The Yanks are coming and a long road to Tipperary. That is absolutely correct, Mr. Michael Dirk. And he said, bravo, thank you for that. Robert Donaldson is here, right on. Just so you know, we tried the cottage pie recipe from the Patriotic Piper. 'Twas a bit interesting. I hope 'twas a bit interesting is a good thing. I actually made that about 2 or 3 times before sticking it into the book and I had some results. I mean, cottage pie can be a little bit unpredictable, and I think we were just overfilling the casserole dish, but sometimes it came out a little bit frightening. So anyway, let's see. Chris says, military medley, I can hear them all in there. Well, right on. And that part of what you're hearing too is when it comes to the Air Force piece, I only play the first half and I play it twice because the second half doesn't sound good on Scottish bagpipes, just the way it is. Michael Dirk went on to say, Marine Corps hymn, caissons go rolling along for the Army, anchors away for the Navy, Semper Paratus for the Coast Guard. That is absolutely correct. Semper Paratus, I believe that is always ready, Latin for always ready, which is the Coast Guard's motto. The joke is Semper Paratus, someone forgot us, because people usually turn around and say, oh yes, the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, and the Marines. But not the Coast Guard. Anyway, that's the first performance number that's in the book here. And since I was already doing the World War I tunes, I thought, what the heck, let's throw it in there. So anyway, let's play another tune here and then see what's going on with needing to get some moisture out of my instrument. Like I said, I got 140 here. I am aiming for 250 or more people tuning in, so please invite people. And hey, at this point, 140 downhill slope, so that's cool. So need another 110 and we got it, and that would be cool. So anyway, simply forgot us. You're retired Coast Guard, right on. Okay. Imperial March for Space Force. I played that earlier. Here we go. Here's one for Space Force that goes back to 1978 on television, a show that was, I believe, kind of quickly assembled to go into competition with other sci-fi things on the heels of Star Wars. Okay, who's going to be first to name that one? It is a show that got remade. I believe it was on HBO or the Sci-Fi Channel here just a handful of years ago. Ran for like 5 seasons, and it was incredible. And I watch it over and over and over again. Anyway, let me get a little bit of moisture out of this instrument while I figure out something else stupid to tell you guys about. And then that way, this instrument can keep playing right along with me. That way you don't have to listen to me sing. Let's see. And I think I just figured out the next tune I'm going to play. So here's a little tip for bagpipers out there. The US dollar has a single wonderful use for bagpipe reeds, particularly drone reeds, which these are, well, bagpipe drone reeds. If you can get the material under the tongue, you can get some of the moisture out. And that, not as wet as I thought. That works because, of course, our bills are a combination of paper and linen, paper and cotton, I think it is. And Robert Donaldson got it right, followed quickly on his heels by Michael Dirk. That was part of the theme for Battlestar Galactica, the original broadcast going back to 1978. And I remember watching that. I was too young to understand it, but I remember watching it because to me it was cool because it was spaceships and explosions and laser guns and robots. That's all I needed at that point. I was, wow, cool. Shoo, shoo. Yeah. Anyway, you watch that show now, it's just kind of like, oh, we've come a long way, baby. We've come a long way. And yeah, the new show is really cool. There's talk of another show that is another ship from a different part in the universe happening simultaneously as the remake of Battlestar Galactica. There was also a little bit of talk last year, I think, about a film being made, which I would see that too. But then pretty much if it's sci-fi, I'll watch it. I remember Twinkle. I don't know what you mean, Twiggy or no Twiggy. That I'm thinking Buck Rogers. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Oh boy! Wow. How is it that the tenor drone, the smallest piece on this thing, has the most moisture in it? Anyway, so let's see. If you got music requests, shout them out, even if they're like, hey, play disco music. You know, I too can use a good laugh. So let's see. Chris says he was like 5 or 6 at that time. And what that tells me is, Chris, you and I are pretty much the same age. So maybe about a year different. So yeah. Yep, there we go. I also remember watching the Christmas special, the Star Wars Christmas special. God, that was bad. Oh, let me do one more here just so we've got one less problem. Here we go. Let's do the chanter read too. Okay. I enjoy this instrument, but after about an hour, it is wet and can't be played until it dries out unless you do a few things to kind of cheat and keep it going. And in this case, I need to keep it going for about another hour or so. And hopefully prior to that, I will have the 250 viewers that I'm aiming for. I have just about 150 now. So keep those invites coming because I need 250 viewers during a broadcast this week. I got that last week. And if I can get that for another 6 weeks, then Haps TV will give me $50. So, and hey, $50 is pretty cool. So, and we had a couple of the folks that administer Haps TV. Peter came in, and then I think Pablo was also here. And the staff with Haps, they are super cool. If there's a problem, they're on it in moments, and they are just totally chilled down to the earth, and they take care of it. So anyway, that's also one of the things that I'm really pleased about with Haps. So let's see where this instrument's at. And I know what I'm going to play, and it's one that I think, I believe Chris said last Friday that is a really cracking number. Well, that's not verbatim, but you know, it's what it amounted to. Ooh. That was the door. There we go. Okay. Hold on a second. That's a custom fit right now. Ah, shoot. Okay, so what these little things are that I'm putting on the end of the drones, they're actually the little end pieces that go on like tables and stuff, the metal legs of tables. And I've done a good job of losing that one. So there is a certain thing that tends to happen within the whole bagpiping thing where if something breaks, you got to fix it. You got to figure it out. And I don't mean that as in just right now, but there's kind of a lot of jerry rig homespun things. Man, I cannot find that. And one of the things, oh, maybe that went under there. Okay, maybe I'm just, out of luck. So anyway, so these are little caps that go on the ends of those type of legs. And they fit perfectly on here, and that helps to stop the airflow so I can do a tune on the individual drones. 152, right on. Anyway, lately, one of the decorative rings, right? These are just metal decorative rings. The one that's at the very top here, the glue gave up, and at this point, that ring doesn't stay on, but it does stay in that little cap, and the air pressure is enough that I can still put that on, but it will go bloop. So it's down here somewhere. I will find it later, and I'll just have to deal with the tuning now. Okay. Good enough for jazz. Which jazz partly has its roots in Celtic music. Yep. A lot of American music has roots in Celtic music. Okay. So, like I said, if you have, in fact, I know what I'll end up finding, but assuming Noodle is still here, Wearing of the Green. I'm going to play something else right now, but I know David likes Wearing of the Green. And since I have the option of sheet music right in front of me, then that helps for playing tunes that I don't know how they go totally. I know the first part, haven't learned the second part. I don't know. I got things to do. Okay. That was me murdering the second part of Wearing of the Green at the end of that little medley right there. I also realized partway through playing that, I said that I was going to play a tune set that Chris identified as being a cracking good tune set. And I don't remember that I said I was going to play it next, so I don't think I messed up. Sorry, Chris. Anyway, so let's play that one now. Looks like we've got 155. So I need about 100 more, and keep on inviting people. Let's see. Jamie James is here. Says, hi, Don. I'm checking in. You sound great. And then she give a little heart. That is super cool. Look up Jamie James, I believe, on Facebook. If you have a website, post up your web address, Jamie. Jamie is an artist, and she does really, really cool stuff. I've only seen pictures, and I'm like absolutely wowed. She takes like old furniture, fixes it up, and paints it just like an unbelievable way that you would absolutely love. She does custom dye jobs on Chuck Norris Chucks Converse high tops. There we go, Chuck Norris. Wow. Anyway, she just does some neat stuff. You got to check it out. Anyway, she's an artist. Check her out. She's cool. And she and I have been talking about making some of these right here. Let's see. Candles. Yep. Candles. Anyway, see if we can figure out a time and a place, and we'll get our wax and our wicks on, and it will be groovy. So let's see. I said I was going to play a tune set that Chris likes, and that tune set is called Hector the Kesh Banshee. And it consists of 4 tunes, and that's how I came up with the title. Wait, okay. That was not my usual ending. I kind of realized I got to the end and went, that's the ending. Let's do something. So I did. Anyway, let's see. So Jamie James, the artist, says, woohoo! thank you for posting or saying about me being an artist. Yes, I have a studio coming together. I know that she's got a new studio space, and she kind of initially had to move a bunch of her stuff into it and didn't have the time to like move it in and set it up. So I know she's getting to set it up. And then pretty much you can probably expect her to spend day and night in there creating amazingness. Anyway, so Mr. Michael Dirk says, gotta run, gotta be an early night. Thank you, BP Don, Bagpiper Don. Okay, and Robert Donaldson says, Sister Danny Nefay is on. Cool. Well, hello, Danny. Glad you're here. So got 166 viewers. I am aiming for 250 or more during this broadcast. Yes, as said, hold on. Earski. As said, I'm doing the HAPS challenge, and if I can get 250 people viewing during a show, not necessarily for the whole show or anything like that, but it has to be during the same one consecutive show, not during the week, but during the show. If I can do that for at least 8 shows over the course of 8 weeks, 1 per week, can't double up and finish it early, that'd be nice. But no, anyway, if I can get 250 people per show once a week for 8 weeks, then I win $50. Yay, $50. So invite people to come in and check this out. Jamie James just said that she shared this. Thank you. And yeah, right now we're up to 173. So I need about 75 more-ish. 77 if you really want to get exact with the math. But let's just make it 78, just, you know, to put it that one over to 250 to make sure. So anyway, so one of the things that I'm doing with that HAPS challenge, I usually broadcast Friday at 1 p.m. And just to give myself enough opportunities in case it doesn't work out on Friday, for these next 6 weeks, I'm going to be broadcasting on Mondays too at this 7:30 time. By the way, I think I said on HAPS that I was going to broadcast at 7, and I think I said on Facebook that I was going to broadcast at 8:30. So basically the Facebook people show up fashionably late, and they do that because it's my fault. So anyway, you can't blame that on me if I made that mistake in the posting. Otherwise, then you're just fashionably late because you're cool. So, you know, nothing like me. Water, wonderful stuff. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Let me peek my eyes into something really quick. So some of the music that I'm playing is just music that I play. Some of the oh, that's not going to help me at all. So as I was saying, some of the music that I play are performance numbers that come out of this book right here. Probably going to play another one in a moment because then I don't have to think of what I'm going to play. Some of the numbers come from an album project that I started, in fact, about 10 years ago. And I was back in school at the time, and I worked on that. I think it was over the course of like Thanksgiving weekend or something. And I played for like 8 hours a day, and my playing skill just shot up, and it was really amazing. And I wanted to practice a little bit more and then record my part for that album. And went home, got back to school, and didn't record it. And I've keep on finding myself busy since. But that one remains a dream. And since I started doing the broadcasts almost a year ago, when everybody went into quarantine, and I started doing these just to give folks a change from, you know, call it sitting on the couch or whatever was going on with the whole quarantine thing, being stuck at home, frustrated, you know, not working and all this stuff. Anyway, so I started working on these again. I haven't had a whole lot of focus on them, but, you know, it's a start. So one of the things that may come out of doing these broadcasts, one of the things that may come out of, you know, frankly, making a good out of a bad, one of the things that may come out of coronavirus and quarantine is maybe I will finally get ready again for recording that album. So I may make a quarantine album. As a quick, by the way, I do have 2 albums. I actually have a few more, but these are the ones that I have in print right now. Anyway, I have one album, which is my Celtic rock band. That is Highland Bagpipes, drum kit, Highland snare, and no energy held back. This is a live performance at a music festival. And then this one right here is under a project I call Archive of Resonance. And it is this one CD, the first one. I took 2 Celtic harps that had pickups in them like guitars, right? Electric guitars, right? Took 2 Celtic harps and stood them on a bluff that's actually just right out behind me and let the wind blow the strings. No human hands. I really thought that it was just going to be like weird string vibrating sounds because of the wind, but it ended up also picking up like birds and rain and dogs and cool stuff. So anyway, that one's very relaxing, interesting, weird, different stuff. I, of course, keep on holding up the patriotic piper. Yeah, you've seen it. Let's see. Don't drop that. So my debut book is Make Your Own Darn Good Cookies, also on Amazon. And if you go on Amazon, not right now, but after the show, if you go on Amazon and look up Let's Make Cookie Squares and Biscotti, you can download that. It is a free ebook, and it is 2 recipes directly out of this guy. So you can check out what it would be like to have that whole thing for free. Anyway, any luck this year, I'm going to be publishing at least 2 titles. So let's see. Jamie James says, you have been a lifesaver, a small tasty candy that I put in my mouth and enjoy until it's... Oh, no, she didn't write that. She said, you have been a lifesaver, no festivals, no bands, thank you. So I guess I'm taking up the place of that. So that's cool. So anyway, so keep on sharing, keep on inviting. We are at 1 hour and 53 minutes, and I am at 173 viewers. I need about 75 more, roughly. So invite people, get them in here, and let's do this before we're all like falling asleep in our chairs. So anyway, appreciate you guys' help with the HAPS hashtag challenge. Invite people, get them into this broadcast. Let's get that number past 250. Thank you. Okay, let's play some music. I know what I'm going to play. Here we go. That probably sounds wonderful in the microphone. So that was kind of a crazy medley I threw together. And if I even remember what all was in there. So that ended up with, going backwards, that was Whiskey in a Jar and Flowers, Flowers of the Forest. There we go. Have a request, and I was searching it on the computer I have right here. So let's see. That was Whiskey in the Jar, preceded by Fields of Athenry, preceded by Mist-Covered Mountains. Great, great, great old tune that I absolutely love. And then I played, before that, I was playing The Bluebells of Scotland and Minstrel Boy. And in fact, if you listen to the soundtrack for Black Hawk Down, they used Minstrel Boy a number of times and just did some really, really cool, amazing stuff with it. Minstrel Boy is in this tune, in this book right here that, of course, I published with the support of a lot of people from Scottish American Military Society post 1889, My Post, that is a congressionally approved veterans organization, and the sale of every book goes to help support post 1889. Anyway, that's a Civil War tune, that Civil War era, and it was written by Thomas Moore, poet laureate of Ireland. So let's see. So Robert is asking Flowers of the Forest for McDonald of Glengarry. He passed earlier this week. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, Flowers of the Forest, I've started doing research on it, and it's planned for the next Patriotic Piper book. And that one, I've had an understanding, it's something like this, that was originally a World War I tune, and apparently it's actually like a World War II tune, or the opposite way around. I don't remember. Let's see. And this is going to be a slight trick because it's a long piece and it doesn't quite fit entirely on my screen. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Give me a second. I have another computer off to my side. Oh, and by the way, wow, this thing is long. Okay, and now I've made it really tiny, but I think I can see it. So let's see. Come on, scroll down a little bit. There we go. Now I have all the notation in front of me. So here's the thing. Let's see. I have 187 viewers who have passed by here. Thank you for that. Oh, hello, Nade. Glad to see you. It's been a while. Nade does all these really cool broadcasts. You got to check her out if you're on Haps. And if I'm not mistaken, you've been traveling lately, and I think you've been to Ireland. Is that correct? Anyway, if you've been to Ireland lately, envy. I got 4 days there, and that was about at least 400 days too few. So anywho, so I am doing the Haps challenge, and I am trying to get at least 250 people checking by this broadcast, whether it is on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or haps.tv, HAPPS.tv. And right now I'm up to 187, and I have about 60 more to go to make that. And if we can do that in 20 minutes, then hey, well, we've matched the same thing that happened last Friday. So anyway, invite your friends, get them over here. They don't have to like bagpipes. They don't have to hang out. They don't have to like my stupid jokes, whatever it is. Just need them to swing on by, and on any of those websites, since it aggregates back to Haps, it will count them as a viewer. So if I get 250 viewers during this broadcast, then I will have qualified for 2 out of 8 weeks in a row to get $50 from Haps for doing broadcasts where I got at least 250 viewers. So tag your friends, tell them, hey, get in here. Go and grab your cell phone and say, yeah, got to check this guy out. He says you don't have to like him or anything. Just check it out really quick. And for all of those, you do need to tell that person, yeah, look up Bagpiper Don. All one word, Bagpiper Don. Don't put too many P's in Bagpiper because it's not Bagpiper or something. Some people do that. It's, yeah, Bagpipper. No, Bagpipper. Okay, so anyway, yeah, we can play some slow music, and then you guys can be like, yeah. Anyway, so don't burn nothing. Anyway, got to talk to those lighters. So let's see some more music. Oh, Flowers of the Forest, as Robert requested, and it's sitting right next to me. That is really handy. Okay, so let's see. I kind of know this tune, but I mostly kind of don't. So I'm kind of sight reading it and kind of not. So bear with me, and hopefully I won't destroy it too bad. This tune is played within the Scottish community when, well, basically it's played as a memorial tune. And if you ever go to a Highland Games, it would not be uncommon during the opening and or the closing ceremonies that they do a section of the presentation referred to as the Flower Forest, and they will announce the names of the people from that community who have passed away within the past year. And they announce it while a piper is solo playing this tune. So it's a beautiful piece. It also has this association. So anyway, let's play Flowers of the Forest. That will definitely be different. Okay, so that is a sight reading attempt at playing Flowers of the Forest as requested by one Mr. Robert Donaldson, a friend of mine and a very cool gentleman. And he requested that for the McDonald of Glengarry, who passed away earlier this week. So let's move on with some other music here. Like I said, if you have requests, go ahead and shoot them out. And, oh, cool, I have 194 viewers who have either stopped by or hanging out this whole time. And that includes one gentleman who just joined, a guy named Berger from Denmark, whom I know on Facebook. He says, good morning, on my way to work, so getting some music while getting ready. And that is cool. Berger is an amazing musician, really neat guy. He has, I know this, 113 instruments, I think it is now, in his place. And at one point, it was like so crowded that he had to sleep with his cello or something. It took up half the bed. I think it's like a bass cello or something, whatever it is. Anyway, he had this big string box next to him, and like there was nowhere else to put it. So he had it on half of his bed. He slept on half of his bed on the other half. So anyway, that's how dedicated he is to his instruments. And the cool thing is like, he goes, that's an interesting instrument. So he buys one and he just picks it up and he starts playing it. It's an amazing thing that he does. He also composes music, but he doesn't quite write or read music. So at one point he said, "Hey, would you like to use this one tune of mine?" I'm like, "Heck yes." And I said, "Send me the notation." He says, "I can't." And I was like, "Oh, dear God." So he ended up sending me a video, and I ended up handling arranging the music. And that was really neat to get to do and connect with another Highland bagpiper who is all the way around the world. Well, at least part of it, hanging out in Denmark. So anyway, hope to meet him someday. Neat guy. So let's play some music for Berger, who is on his way to work. And as said, keep on sharing this. I'm up to 197. Just need 54 to be safe. 54 more to go. I don't think I'm going to meet my 2-hour, 25-minute goal of beating my Friday broadcast. But hey, it's all good. I will keep playing until we do it. So let's get some music going for Mr. Berger there. So that right there is something that is back-to-back in the Patriotic Piper, and it's the Scottish Patriotic set followed by the American Patriotic set. And anybody that is paying attention or notices or thinks about it or hears me say it for probably about the second time ever, two, dos, is so this being a fundraiser item for the Scottish American Military Society post 1889, that's a veterans organization of which I am a member. Thank you very much. I put those two tune sets in order in this book as the Scottish set, then the American set going along with the Scottish American Military Society. Yeah, so that's why they're in that order in this book. So anyway, that might be about the one little Easter egg that's in here, but there's a few other little ha-has that I have, but big thing. So, oh, wow. Okay, so a moment ago, I was looking at the count, and it was 197. I was thinking, oh, man, are we going to get that 250? And then I blink, and I look up, and it's at 219. So 219 people have either viewed this or at least stopped by. So if you're here, thank you. If you've been sharing this broadcast, telling your friends, hey, come and check out Bagpiper Don, and he's on Facebook, he's on Haps, he's on Twitter, he's on YouTube right now. Thank you for that, because if I can get 250 plus viewers during this broadcast, like I did last week on my Friday broadcast, and then if I can get another 250 per week for at least one broadcast per week for another 6 weeks, 8 weeks total, then Haps TV gives me $50, and $50 goes to help support Bagpipes, because these things are expensive. But right now, all of the money that I am earning on playing pipes, whether it's the tips I get on Haps or like the teach lessons online. So if you want to learn bagpipes, let me know. I teach you online. Anyway, all the money that I am earning off of teaching lessons is going toward hopefully finally coming up with enough money to buy another set of Scottish small pipes referred to as reel pipes, R-E-E-L, R-E-E-L, for the deaf audience. Anyway, set of reel pipes. And these things came out around 2009. I saw them performed November of 2009. I have been in love with these pipes ever since. I want to get a set of those because they're really cool. And hopefully I can get a set of those before I record that small pipe album that I was talking about earlier that I plan to do with this instrument right here. So anywho, I know what I am playing next because I don't have any other idea as to what I might play next. So I'm going to play this, and 31 more people, Brenda says. Yep, 31 more people. Let's make it 32 just to be safe. 30, even 31 and a half, anyway, somebody that's half awake, that would do. 31 more people. Let's bring them in here. Invite them in. Use Bagpiper Don, all one word, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Haps, YouTube, or Facebook or Twitter or Haps or YouTube. Anyway, let's see. Berger says, well, time to go. Good night. Good morning to all of you. It's his morning. It's my night. And, it all works out. So anyway, glad you could stop by, Berger. Thank you very much. Have a very good day of work and then an awesome day of coming home and playing more instruments. And Mr. Mike Batnick just showed up, or at least he just made a comment. So hi, Mr. Mike Batnick. And I believe his bird's name is Ranger. And when I play bird, Ranger kind of like sings and dances along, apparently. Mike Batnick is also a member of Post 1889. So there we go. So it's nice to have a lot of my compatriots here from the Post. I appreciate their support because simple fact of the matter is this book was entirely supported by the Post, and then quite a few people in the Post and quite a few people not in the Post helped work on this, and that was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So let's see. So the one I'm going to play, and if you watch my broadcast before, you've heard this, but I do enjoy this one. There's not enough waltzes within Scottish bagpipe music. Raider, not Ranger, excuse me. I will work on that. Anyway, in my mind, there's not enough waltzes, and they are wonderful. And so what I ended up doing, working toward that small pipe album to find more waltzes when I couldn't find enough waltzes, is looked at it and I said, well, waltzes in 6/8, a waltz in 6/8 is really cool. So why don't I just use 6/8 marches and not express them so they sound military, not martial, right? But kind of soften them up and turn them folky. And they worked. Anyway, so I play them a bit slower and a bit rough around the edges, and it works. So anyway, let's do that one. Actually, I'm going to throw an extra one onto the beginning called The Ass in the Graveyard by Terry Tolley. And this time I'm going to play it right. Okay. So what that worked out to be, and let's see. So Brenda said 10 more to go, and that's true. 10 more to go, and I will have made 250 in this broadcast. So keep on tagging people, keep on, inviting people, send them the link. Also go and, go ahead and pick up your phone and call people and say, get out of bed. Anyway, so yeah, get 10 more people in here and I will have made my 250 and I will have made my count for this week. And yay, happy. And then I'll be back playing again Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific. So let's see. We also have Lee Kosh. She says, hi, Bagpiper Don. Lee from New Jersey. You have a lot of great ideas. Love your piping. And then she said, excuse me. Ha, ha, ha. Don, not Dan. And, that every once in a while I get called Dan. And it's like, Danold. That's kind of hard to pronounce unless you practiced it. Donald? Yeah, Danold. Yeah, so every once in a while, Danold. I had clients that they were prospective clients for this spring and didn't matter what I did in the emails. It's like, okay, Dan, we're really looking forward to having you. I'm like, oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, that one didn't work out. It was a logistical issue, but otherwise seemed like swell folks, and it would have been fun to play for them. And they were looking to do their wedding over on the peninsula at Fort Worden. And yeah, I know it's late there, Lee, because add 3 hours. So you got 9, 10, 12, 30. It's she's watching this from tomorrow. She's watching it from the future. Lee is a time traveler, you see. So actually, Berger was watching from tomorrow too. So anyway, yeah, they were going to do their wedding at the historic Fort Worden over in the Port Townsend area over on the peninsula. And yeah, I was looking forward to playing that one, but they turned around and they said, yeah, because of health issues, we're not sure that it's going to be exactly on the date. So can you just jump around at one of your busiest times of the year? No, let's find you someone else, which is really too bad. It's nothing personal, but yeah, that ain't going to work. So anyway, that happens. But, one of the ways that I get gigs for playing Highland bagpipes with weddings and funerals and all that stuff is from other pipers that say, I can't do this gig. So when I give it up, it just, comes around, goes around. So that's all good. Anyway, so I need 10 more viewers. Let's make it 11 just to be safe. And let me figure out something else to play. Let me get a little bit more moisture out of my instrument here. Lee, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate that. I understand it's late, and hopefully you've got some earphones on so this isn't disrupting anybody else in the house there, hopefully. Okay, so that one is pretty dry this time. That's good. So we just need to go a little bit further. If you got tune requests, shout them out because I'm just about out of ideas. But I am thinking I might sight read a tune that I kind of sight reddited lately. And it was really easy to play, and it was a really, really pleasant tune. So I'm using actual pipe cleaners, which is just kind of coincidental to the fact that this is bagpipes. So anyway, I when it comes to Highland pipes, I end up using a flautist's swab, and Lee is also a bagpiper, and I believe a classically trained flautist. Anyway, I use a flautist swab, and I also use the swab for a piccolo to handle the different sizes of the instrument. And this one is so small, that won't help. So anyway, let me run this in here. But yeah, one of the things I'd love to get, and it's just I kind of don't need to spend the money right now. No, come back out or we're not going to be able to play. You can get a bag for these pipes that has a zipper in the side, and then you can put an internal water trap in there, and those work much better than this. And it's simply that whatever that costs, I can't afford it because I need to save money right now. And this bag hasn't worn out yet. If it wore out, then I would go ahead and get that. So anyway, that's why I was trying to develop this external water trap here too. But the thing with that external water trap, I'll show that again. It's a OtterBox cell phone case and some tubing and some fittings actually from the RV plumbing department at Ace Hardware. 255. 255. You're right, Brenda. Thank you. Okay, so I've made my 250. Good night. Yeah, right. No, I'll keep playing a little bit. Anyway, cool. So I've qualified for the HAPS challenge 2 weeks in a row. Anyway, so yeah, if I could get that other bag, that would be cool. I just I can't see doing that while this one still works, and yeah, I need to hold on to some money. So, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll pick that up at the point that I can afford those reel pipes, because that's the sort of bag that I want to get on the reel pipes. So no, really. Quick more swab. By the way, I know it's late, but do we have any birthdays here? Because I will play Happy Birthday, I will play Jolly Good Fellow, and I will sing and I will dance and I will do everything but the singing and the dancing, but I'll play the tunes. So anyway, so 255, cool. Thank you for everybody tagging and sharing these broadcasts across Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all of that stuff. And after the broadcast, I will, of course, confirm that that got counted on HAPS TV here, which is where I'm broadcasting from. And then with my Friday 1 p.m. Pacific show, I don't have to sit there going, hey, guys, can you like refer, you know, like an obnoxious bugger that's looking for $50. So anyway, yep. So I should have things in the sack here as far as HAPS goes, and the HAPS challenge for 2 weeks in a row, 8 weeks to go. And as said, I'm going to keep on doing broadcasts on Monday or Tuesday if Monday's busy. But I will keep publishing the schedule. Anyway, while I am talking about people behind their back, and since I'm just about wrapping up, I'll figure out one more tune set and then I'll play my closing tune. But let me tell you about other broadcasts that are going on. And I do not have these memorized like other people do. They look slick. I have a note. Anyway, let's do that right there. Then put the pipes back together. Let me get my note. So these are different people that are performing Celtic music, I think around the US, but they're online and they're playing every week. And, you know, it's not just Bagpipe or Dawn to watch, but you can catch on Wednesday. Look up a guy named Timmy Tunes at 7:30 Wednesday. I believe look him up on Facebook, and it's Timmy, like, you know, Timmy, and Tunes, Tunes, like music. And then on Saturday, there is a bit of a back-to-back deal, and I have my notes a little bit wrong, so let me correct that here verbally now. So Saturday, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Pacific is a high-energy Celtic rock pub band from Seattle called Stark Raving Plaid. I need to check them out because I like me some Celtic punk. Particularly if it's kind of Celtic rock. Oh, Celtic rock. They're not punk. Celtic rock pub band. Anyway, I got to check them out. So I learned about those two folks from a gentleman by the name of Emmett, who frequently tunes into my broadcasts. And Emmett plays solo on Saturday from 7:30 to 9:30 on Facebook. And you want to look up That Irish Guy. That Irish Guy. Does a real nice show. He's a character. He's funny. He's from Ireland. He plays traditional tunes. He plays contemporary Irish folk tunes. He plays sea shanties. He plays rock tunes. He puts on a good show. Check him out. Really neat guy. And he's well, it's a bit of a hike, but he's a little bit south of me here in Washington. And hopefully I might be able to get to do some music with him, because I think that'd be pretty neat. The last tune that I am going to do is coming up, not right now, is called The Parking Glass, and I will probably play it for you on one of my tin whistles. And I'm still kind of working it out, but he sings the tune, and it's an amazing piece, so you might even want to catch him just for seeing that. And then Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific, is a fellow by the name of Bill Mullen, and you'll want to look him up at Bill Mullen Entertains. And I don't know what he does, but Emmett talks about him and says he's a good musician, good guy. So check him out. And as I get the additional names of people and their times and their band names and all that stuff, I will add that to the list. Emmett announces me. I'm grateful for that. So I'm very happy to announce his show too, let alone right now. It's my go-to entertainment on Saturday night. It's partly because it's that much fun. So, and he gets a lot of people. He really does. I'm I'm happy for him. I'm envious, but I'm happy for him. So, anyway, yeah, he's in Gig Harbor, Washington. I'm on Whidbey Island. So he's just, he's just a ways down there. So anyway, yeah, so that's different shows that happen during the week. So you have the opportunity for adding to your music intake and your entertainment for when a lot of us aren't otherwise getting out. So anyway, like, remember watching movies in a theater? You kind of miss the gum under your seat about now and the sticky floor, don't you? I do too. Anyway. Let's see. So Lee Koss has reported to us that oboe players use feathers, I think, to dry out their oboes. I did not know that. So anyway, and hey, Brenda, it looks like we got another 11 because I'm up to 266, and that is groovy. So let's see. I am going to play two more things. One of them on this instrument. Hopefully it's not too far out of tune, and I have to think of what it's going to be. And I think I just figured it out, and hopefully I can do this. Yeah, okay, we'll do that one. And then I will do Parting Glass, and we will call it an evening, and then I will see you again on Friday. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm rotating this in the chanter stock so it's in the right position and I don't make crazy sounds on it. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that is a jig set I do. Kind of cut it a little bit short because I knew that the fingers were saying, enough, man, enough. So anyway, so all that said, thank you everyone for joining me this evening. Thank you everyone who also contacted their friends and tagged people and sent them the link and, went, hey, get out of bed, watch this guy because he needs some 250. I don't know. Anyway, his name is Bagpipe Don, all one word, Bagpipe Don, on Twitter, on Haps, on Facebook, on YouTube, and also bagpiperdon.com, my website, where once that person is going, okay, I was on and now I can't go back to sleep, then what you do is you say, okay, go to Don's blog and look up his zombie reviews, because he reviews zombie films on a bagpiper site. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but it's kind of cool. And like, there's a lot of films there. I guess he likes zombies. So, whatever. So read those. You'll go right to sleep. Bye-bye. Anyway, just like that. So that's all it takes. Anyway, so thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you for getting other people linked in here. Thank you for helping me with the Haps challenge to get a whole whopping $50. But hey, like I said, $50 goes towards supporting bagpipes. So that's cool. Let's see. I see that Athena Kirkman has come in and said, nice job. Thank you very much. She is over there on Facebook. And one more tune here. This is called The Parting Glass. And as I've said before, this is a traditional Irish tune. And it was used, was and still is. Essentially, for example, if you had a house party, had a bunch of guests over and doing what you're doing, at the end of the night, you would sing The Parting Glass. Oh, of all the comrades that e'er I had, I spent in good company. I don't quite know the lyrics, obviously. Anyway, nice tune. But the thing is, you would sing this at the end of the night to close the night, but to also let people know, thank you for coming. It's time to go home. Anyway, so it's a musical cue saying, thank you, good night. So anyway, I've been working on it, and let's do this to close the night. Come on. So good night and joy be to you all. Yeah, so I know that much. So anyway, let's see. Jamie James added here. Yes, beautiful. Good night. Good night, Jamie James. Chris said it. Oh, because he said, for sharing your talents again. Good night, man. Nice bit there. Thank you. And thank you to Lee also joining in, and Athena coming around, and everybody else. So as said, I am broadcasting on Fridays at 1 p.m. So that's my next broadcast. And then I'm just going to keep doing these 2 times a week. Just to help make sure I nail down my 250 viewers. We ended up with 276, so almost broke a record. Longer show, but hey, it's all good. I'm happy to play, and I really appreciate folks joining me and putting up with all of my historical comments and semi-hysterical comments. But anyway, so I have some eggnog biscotti waiting for me downstairs. Yum! I made it. It's planned to be in a Christmas cookie recipe book for the end of this year publication. Yeah. Anyway, also working on a book of Scottish and Irish recipes, and that's looking like it's going to be 25, 30 recipes plus some history and trivia and stuff like that. So anyway, that one sometime middle of this year, not quite sure. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining me on Haps, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Look for me again. I'm going to keep posting the schedule, but look for me again on Monday nights and on Fridays at 1 p.m. Mondays should be about 7 p.m. Pacific. Fridays, 1 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and go hold a door open for someone or pick up a piece of garbage or something like that. So those little things that, believe it or not, I think really make the world a better place, and it all adds up. It all counts. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Have a good night.